We flew from South Africa to Namibia on a last-minute trip and landed in the middle of the desert.
Literally in the middle of the Namibian desert.
Cities in the middle of nowhere, a pink lake, flamingos, jackal, and salt everywhere.
People told us that you see sand and salt together a lot of the time.
It's getting interesting. Knowing almost nothing about this country except for the famous Namib desert we watched in documentaries, we'll be discovering everything for the first time, and we invite you to come along with us.
Didn't expect to see the sea right now.
We are Steve and Naz, and welcome to Alt Living. Oh, and welcome to Africa. Neighbouring Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana and South Africa, Namibia is famous for its extensive desert, which covers 16% of the country. Yes, 16% of Namibia is built on desert. The cities were basically built on sand and they are well spaced from each other. Last time you guys saw us, we were on our way to the nearest town, which is about 20 minutes from the airport, where we had just landed. It would be 20 minutes of scorching heat and lots of sand. The inn we rented at the last minute did not have dinner included, and we didn't have the time to look for restaurants, so we stopped at the mall to get some food. Walvis Bay, there are some tourist spots. I think there's flamingos, so we'll probably come back here at some point. Entering the desert again.
Wow. There are some houses here on the side still. A lot of people playing soccer. That white part there, it's salt. Because people told us that you see sand and salt together a lot of the time. That's very interesting.
The large amount of salt formed in the sand of cities and the desert was one of the things that intrigued us the most.
I definitely didn't expect to see the sea right now.
The sea next to the desert. You expect things to be a bit greener and near water.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got a feeling of Egypt or Morocco. It's kind of an interesting feeling. Not just the sea, seeing buildings sprouting from the sand in the middle of nowhere is a sight to behold for sure.
This is where we stayed at last night. It's called the Secret Garden Guest House. It's a very sweet little accommodation. This area here is also very sweet. It's very German. A lot of the buildings here are very old.
Yeah, there's lots of Germans here.
That one was built in 1905. We need to find another accommodation. We didn't have much time last night. As you know, everything was like last minute. Yeah, we're having fun.
We found another place to stay for 2 nights. We're on our way down towards Walvis Bay. So we managed to get an internet SIM card where we can get 3 gigabytes of data for approximately $5. We've got a little router. We'll show it to you.
And we will drop the link in the description below if you guys are interested on the router, because it's a big help if you're a traveler. We use it all the time.
Look, there's a speed bump.
A natural speed bump.
It does feel like a speed bump.
Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. You must be wondering why they build cities in the deserts. Well, that's because hundreds of years ago these sands were full of diamonds. A story passed from generations to generations amongst the locals tells that you could see the stones shining on the desert sand. Even though Namibia has long been a colony of Germany, from 1884 to 1919, it was only in 1908 that a railway worker saw something that looked like a diamond on the sand. It was only a matter of time before the wealthy Kolmanskop, the first desert mining town, was built, producing 1 million carats a year, or 11.7% of the world's total diamond production. Today, 50% of Namibia's diamonds belong to the government and the other 50% to the South African British company De Beers. It is said that there are so many diamonds in Namibia that they can only release a few on the market per year, so as not to devalue the diamond market in the world.
I must admit, I'm so upset. So far, I have not seen one single mirage with oasis like people see in the movies. I have been deceived.
Welcome to Walvis Bay. This is Walvis Bay, a little family going for their bicycle ride and run over there.
Soon after we arrived here, Steven has already seen one seal and I have seen 2 dolphins. And we didn't even leave the car yet.
Amazing.
From here you are going where?
We don't know.
You are not going to Etosha?
Etosha?
Yeah.
Oh, Etosha north. Yeah, we don't know if we're going to make it that far north. And are there any wild animals close here? In the desert? Not too many. Okay.
Next time, you must also book for that side.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
How long to drive up to Etosha?
8 hours from
8 hours. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
We spotted our first flamingos in Namibia.
Yay! Our first
Just
Namibian
entered,
one.
is it the Dorob National Park? There's water on that side, there's a bit of water on that side and desert.
There are a lot of flamingos in this area, but so far we have seen 3.
It was very hot during the day. Now at night it's really cold. It's amazing how the temperature in the desert can just drop like this.
The pink color of the flamingos is due to bacteria present in the salt water they consume. It's also due to a combination of shrimp and algae that contain beta-carotene. The more they feed on it, the pinker they become. They weren't the only wild animals we encountered. As night fell, we spotted a jackal that had gone out hunting. Remember the salts at the beginning of the video and the pink color of the flamingos? Well then, Namibia has a pink lake because of the amount of salt present in it, and this is very famous. We decided we wanted to find that lake, and the next day we went searching for it. We put its location on Google Maps and it took us back to where we were in Walvis Bay. Hey girl, what do we have to do?
Hello! We are going to the Pink Lake. It's one of the things that you must see if you come here to Namibia. I'm really excited to see it because it's really beautiful.
Some pink water in the gutter. Yeah. here we are at Pink Lake.
Well, it's not so pink at the moment. Apparently, there are times where it's more pink and other times when it's not pink at all.
So we saw some pink water at the side of the road, so it's probably, that's probably got the organism in that makes it pink.
That side looks pretty pink to me.
But that's where the salt fields are, I think.
Yes. So sometimes this water here will be very, very pink. Right now, it's just normal water.
We think it will be pink.
I've seen some photos, unless they are photoshopped, but they looked very pink.
Yeah, some salt down here. Amazing.
Big rocks of salt, eh?
Yeah.
So there is a lot of salt in this region.
We're driving next to some salt flats over here where they have like huge fields with salt in, and we're going to drive down near here past the factory, and at the factory there's these huge piles of salt.
They used to offer tours, but for some reason they stopped. So we came to the factory to try for a tour, but unfortunately they don't offer tours any longer. But look here, right behind me, from the gate you can see a big pile of salt. They gather all the salt from this area because there are flats and flats, like long flats of salt. Actually, even around the towns in Namibia, you will see a lot of salt on the sand sometimes. So this factory treats the salt and export it to the rest of the world. A lot of the salt from Africa comes from Namibia, and that is pretty cool.
On the way down we spotted some salt at the side of the road. Should we go see it?
Yes, it's a lot of salt. It's amazing.
Wow, look at the salt.
Looks like snow. Branches underneath your feet, eh?
Wow.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I never thought I would find salt in the desert like this. Well, you watch on TV, yes, but never in my mind I thought I would be in person doing something like this.
Here's the desert.
Welcome to Namibia!
There's a dead bird there.
It's already season for dinner. Marinated in salt.
Namibia is a world in its own, and there's lots more to come. It was a pleasure having you with us, and we can't wait to hear your thoughts. We see you guys in the next episode. Keep well, God bless, and welcome to Africa.